going through this debt-free journey and realizing that I can change my future and I have the power and ability to change my life, I didn't think that was possible. I have always spent a lot, and this debt-free journey has showed me that my husband and I can live off one income. Hey guys, welcome back to the Unsavvy Budgeter. For those of you that are new to this channel, my name's Cindy and I take you along with me on my debt-free journey to pay off over $71,000 in credit card and student loan debt. In this video, I wanted to do a vlog and just talk about how things have been going for me. You know, the beginning of April was going great because I was able to pay off my credit card debt and be consumer debt free, which felt amazing and still does. But reality also kicks in where I have to get off cloud nine and still continue doing my day job and making sure that I'm taking care of the duties that I need to. And these last couple of weeks have been pretty challenging. It's been making me question a lot of things. What's surprising is even though as challenging and emotional it has been, I realize that how I'm handling things and thinking about things is a lot different than how I normally would handle these types of situations. And a lot of that is because I have been going through this debt-free journey and it's been empowering and making me feel more confident about myself. And I just really wanted to share what I've been going through and have an open dialogue with you guys. I would love to hear your responses and comments about my situation because you guys always give me the best advice and that's what I could really use right now. You guys know that for my day job, I work in tech. It can be really stressful at times. I am fairly new to this because I did a career change and I came from a nonprofit world and joined corporate America. I do love my job because I am able to challenge myself in ways that I didn't think was possible. But I question myself all the time if corporate America is really meant for me. You guys all know that I am definitely interested in the FIRE movement and retiring early, but I haven't even thought too much about how I'm going to make that happen or at what age I want to retire by. I figured I can think more about that once I complete this debt-free journey, but for now, it is a goal to retire early and we'll figure out the details later. But what happened recently was I had my comprehensive review with my boss, and I have a C-level boss that really doesn't know too much about what I do in my day-to-day, but he trusts that I will get the job done and handle it well. In my last comprehensive review, I walked away from that not feeling the greatest. I work really hard and I have always been a hard worker, and I love my job because I get to bring a little bit of that psychology and nonprofit side of me to my job because I care so much about team collaboration and really figuring out how to improve communications with my team. So with all of the hard work that I do with technical skills and soft skills, I felt pretty confident in my performance, and walking away from that, I did get a raise, which is great, but I have to be honest, I did some research and tried to learn about what the market rates are for what I should be making in my field and in my area. I realized that I am making in the lower range of my salary. I've been contemplating, like, how do I fight for what I'm worth? And should I fight for what I'm worth? You know, I think a lot about being a woman of color in a heavily male industry and how to justify what I'm worth. And it's hard. I also think about during these times of going through a pandemic, how maybe I should just be more humble, be happy that I have a job, be happy that I make good money compared to a lot of other people, and when I know that there is high unemployment rates right now, a lot of people aren't getting raises because their companies are going through a financial freeze. So a lot of that runs through my mind, but I also try to focus on my own situation, realize that I need to fight for myself and know my worth. And that's the hard part, is knowing what my worth is and how to fight for it right now. So my raise was okay. I mean, like I said, it's still putting me in the lower range of what I should be making in my field. Walking away from that review made me realize that a lot of what was said and the body language was telling me that my boss undervalued me, and that didn't make me feel great. It made me question, like, do I start looking for another job because I'm kind of losing the passion? I have a lot of values, priorities, and I don't know they align with my company and the people that I work with. I know that there's people that are just happy to have a job and show up and get paid, but I find it really important to have passion and love what I'm doing. I know I work really hard, so when I feel undervalued, it doesn't leave me feeling great. So I've been questioning a lot, like, do I want to change careers? Do I want to just continue doing what I'm doing and find another job to work at? Or do I suck it up and just try to stay at my current company, even though I wear many hats and I'm doing a lot of different responsibilities, but I'm not necessarily getting compensated fairly for them? So I've been questioning and asking myself a lot of that. But something that happened during that review meeting is my boss had actually slipped up and revealed that I was making less compared to my peers. And I know that I wasn't meant to see that message that he sent me, but normally I would have just turned a blind eye and pretended that it didn't happen, because I know that that message was not intended for me. But it is what it is, and I can't help but what I saw. So when he had accidentally sent me a message revealing that I was making less than my peers, it had me feeling really down and made me feel like I was not performing well. And I was asking myself and reflecting a lot of, am I not good at my job? What can I do better? What should I be doing? I guess I just have to accept it and move on. So I would have just, ignored it and pretend it didn't happen. But going through this whole experience of my debt-free journey, I felt more confident, and I was tired of pretending that my boss's mistakes were something I didn't see. So for the first time, I actually decided to confront him about it in my one-on-one meeting, and I ended up addressing what happened and said, hey, I know that message wasn't meant for me, but I saw it, and I really wanted to understand how raises are determined at our company. And he really couldn't give me a straight answer. I still walked away feeling confused, but it just continued to show me that I don't think that I'm better off here long term. So yeah, I was okay with that, because normally I always knew that I had a lot of debt to pay, and I felt really tied to the job, and I felt desperate. I felt like there was no escape. So old me would have just sucked it up and stayed at the job and continued to work hard and just hope for the best in the future. But new me, after paying off half of my debt, which is my credit card debt, realizes that I don't have to be tied to this job. If I'm not happy, I have options, and I have options to change my future. So if I'm not happy, I don't have to suffer through this. And that was a really great feeling for me to feel, because I didn't feel like I had options before, and feeling like you have to suffer through all of this because you just have this mountain of debt that you have to take care of, and that you couldn't afford to not have a paycheck. It feels like, I can't even explain how it feels. It just feels so like restrictive, and like I just feel like, I can't escape or go anywhere, and I couldn't afford to like not have any money coming in. But going through this debt-free journey and realizing that I can change my future and I have the power and ability to change my life. And I've worked through a lot of challenges on this debt-free journey, like spending less. I didn't think that was possible. I have always spent a lot, and going through this debt-free journey has showed me that my husband and I can live off one income, and we have been using the other income to pay off debt, and that other income can turn into savings. So I realized that that's great. We can live below our means and we'll survive no matter what happens. I didn't feel as tied to my job because I realized I have options. If I'm not happy, I can quit if I want to. And if I really didn't like what I'm doing, or I felt like it was a toxic environment, I could quit. I feel like my husband and I would be okay. Yeah, the debt payoff would be a lot slower and the savings would be delayed, but we would still manage. You guys know that I would still be stepping up the side hustle like crazy. And that feeling of knowing that I can walk away and feel okay because we can still live off, my husband's income. I can find other things temporarily to do to make money, increase my side hustles, and we'll manage and buy ourselves some time until I find new work that I enjoy and make sure that I pick something that, is a good fit for me. That was a really freeing feeling, knowing that I had that option. But I also have the option to, I can also stay with my current company and continue to do the day-to-day stuff because it's not entirely horrible, and take my time to search for something else. That's always the better option, of course. So that's nice. But the feeling of knowing that whatever happens or whatever I decide to do will be okay because we'll manage and we'll still be able to tackle the debt. I think that's the best feeling in the world, and I'm so grateful for this debt-free journey because it's taught me so much, and it's taught me skills that I will value for the rest of my life, and it's given me options. It's given me freedom, and I can't ask for a better result. So that's where I've been reflecting and feeling wow, this is a nice change. I can be assertive because I can walk away and know that things will be okay. That's why I wanted to really share this with you guys in case you guys are ever having feelings of you're feeling stuck. You feel like you have no other options. Going through this debt-free journey gives you options, and it's worth the journey no matter how hard and difficult it is in the beginning. It's just temporary, but the end result will give you a lot more options than you could ever imagine. So this confidence and assertiveness that I'm feeling is so great, and it was so unexpected because I didn't think that I would feel this way. So that's what I really wanted to share today. I hope that you guys could share some feedback or share any experiences that you have had going through something similar like this. I could also use a lot of advice. What would you guys do if you were in my situation? For now, I'm just trying to hang in there, and I think I'm going to try and see what my other options are. But yeah, I would really love to hear what you guys think. So if you watched this video and enjoyed it, thank you for watching it till the end, and make sure to give it a thumbs up if you can relate. And if you enjoy my vlogs where I get really deep and personal and vulnerable, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay tuned for future vlogs. And you can also catch more of my vlogs in the Diaries of a Debtor playlist. So I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.